This weekend on Friday, July 11th in Toronto and Saturday, July 12th in Hamilton, enjoy the unique, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see Ginger Alden, Elvis's last love. We'll put a link in the description or URL to get tickets. Today we are talking with Joan Minnery from Brantford, who is part of the show and has written a special song in honor of Ginger. Can't wait to hear more about what's going on.
I am a singer-songwriter, and I'm the MC of the beginning of the show, and we'll get everybody warmed up before we bring out Ginger. And lifelong, crazy, fanatical Elvis fan.
Oh, I love that. I saw that you won Elvis.
Yeah.
Looking at your awards, and you won at an Elvis Fest.
I ran the Brantford Elvis Festival for 8 years, and then I ran Rock of Ages. And the Brantford Elvis Festival at the time was the second largest Elvis Fest in second largest Elvis Fest in Canada.
Wow.
And then in 2004, we were nominated for the Ontario Tourism Awards, and we won Best Festival. So it was pretty cool.
Or did you have like 50 Elvises showing up? And
We had our very first year, I think we had 40. And then I know we had 75 the one year. And then it was around about the 50, 60 mark for the next 5 or 6 years. And then when I ended it, and then I started up a tribute artist festival called Rock of Ages. Just a lot of the Elvises do other acts as well. So, and I just thought, well, why don't we just bring all of that in? And so I did that for 3 years. And then, I have 3 floors of Elvis Shrine. My whole family are Elvis nuts as well, Elvis and the Beatles.
I was told that you wrote a song called Gingerbread,
Yes.
and I was just curious. We'll play a little bit for the audience.
It's a girl still being courted by the king. To see beyond my neck and on my head. I still wear your ring. What's a girl to do being courted by the king? To see beyond my neck and on my finger. I still wear your ring. That's all I'm going to reveal.
I was curious about where it came from, your inspiration, and the process you used to write the song.
I do a lot of songwriting, and I've just won an International Singer-Songwriters Association award for an original song. And so I said, well, I don't know if I want to write a song about Elvis. I said, that's sacred ground to me. So it's a song that Ginger would be singing to Elvis or about Elvis. So when I kind of thought, okay, well, so it's more about her and his love story rather than it's a song about Elvis. And so I thought, okay, I can do that. And in the process, I know quite a lot about Ginger, and obviously I know about Elvis. And it was really sappy in the beginning. It was like it was a love song. And then I was like, you know what? That's not what I want to go with this. I think I wanna let's celebrate their love story. It has a horrific sad ending, and everyone knows that. Okay, everyone knows the sad ending that they had, but in her interviews she keeps talking about it was a whirlwind. It was an adventure. She was literally swept off her feet. She was only young. She was only 19 when they started dating. And so I kind of took it from that perspective and did a couple of puns for Are You Lonesome Tonight and Love Me Tender, Can't Help Falling in Love, the songs that I just kind of took a little bit of twists of words in there. And so what I've done is it's a ballad, but it's not a slow song. And it mentions their love story, and and there's a couple of lines in there, what's a girl to do when being courted by the king. So, and this is like exactly like at King's Court and stuff like that. And I made it into it's like a country blues, and which is my forte anyway. And yeah, and I we do, and at the very end, I talk about Elvis, just in the very last little stanza of the song. And I thought, yeah, because we have to. The whole reason that we're here for this show, the whole reason I'm involved, the whole reason Ginger is coming to Canada is because of Elvis. So I thought, well, at the very end, we'll take her out of the song, and it's just a line just about him and what he means to all of us. And that's where we finish. And I did not use my piano. I just wrote it with the guitar. I figured we're going to go back to basics, the way Elvis began, back in 55, 56, just him and his guitar. And I thought that's how I'm going to do it at the show as well. So I'm not playing piano. I'm just strapping my guitar on and just going to sing it. And I'm singing it on Friday night and Saturday night in Hamilton. I imagine it will probably sound the same both nights, but I because it's live, who knows what's going to happen. I may do the chorus twice and then the go back to a verse. We'll see what happens. But just I like to see how the crowd is reacting, and it's a catchy chorus, so I could probably teach everybody that. And then I'm also gonna sing "Can't Help Falling in Love," but and that's what we're doing. So that was my process. Just take it from Ginger's perspective. So when I'm singing, I'm Ginger singing this song about Elvis to the audience, and that's my perspective.
Oh, very cool. So was it hard? You obviously knew a lot of background info. Was it a struggle or was this one of the easier songs to write?
The inspiration obviously is really easy. It was more. Um, I want to make sure that I do her justice. I want to make sure that I tell her story. And at the same time, I, I don't want to make her cry, because she's going to be on stage while I'm singing that. But I'm sure she might. Okay, so I didn't want to make. I'm sure she's cried a lot over the years, and I just want to I just want to do something really nice, and I just thought this would be a nice gift for her. And uh, her story with him has been rather convoluted at times in the media. I watched an interview that she did in England from last year, and I was so impressed with her authenticity. She was just so real and so calm and so loving and so genuine about herself and her journey post Elvis. And she talks about that. And I was very impressed with the what she said. And so were the people on the panel. And there was she was being interviewed by, I think, about it was like The View, but it was a British version. And you could see that they were also very impressed with her, and it's like, wow, this is a really nice, lovely, you know Tennessee girl. And I could see why he fell in love with her. And I was a fan of Ginger when way back when. And I remember vividly the concert where he introduces her and she stands up, and Ginger at the time was a real siren. And he says, "Stand up, Ginger. This is my girlfriend." And all the guys in the audience start hooting and hollering. And he says, "Sit down, Ginger." And she sits down, and she was all like meek and mild, right? And yeah, and the last photograph of Elvis is with Ginger in their Cadillac as they're coming into Graceland. And so I just thought, okay, well, we'll just do this for her.
Oh, neat. Well, I'm glad that you got to experience meeting Ginger. And
Yes.
you have any, I know it's a question and answer for Ginger Night. Do you have any questions that you've been writing down that you're excited to ask her?
I want to I think I want to know. um she had to really adapt to his lifestyle. Elvis lived like a bat, like a bat, like a bat. He was a night owl, and I know that that was really hard for her. And I would like to just like, after Elvis, how did she still, live in the nighttime, or was she able to get back to like a regular day schedule? I have heard, just watched an interview with Lisa Marie about 2 weeks ago, where Lisa Marie really disputes this whole. fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches thing. And I want to ask Ginger, I said, like, you were living at Graceland. Did you see him eat this infamous sandwich that everyone says that he ate? Because Lisa Marie says, I never saw my dad ate those. She said, I said, I know it's a thing, but everyone just goes on and on about this sandwich. And in the interview, I'm not sure if she's with Oprah or Diane Sawyer. I think it's the Diane Sawyer interview. And she said, it's just annoying. She said, I'm not saying my dad didn't eat those, but he didn't eat them when I was around me. So that was like a question I do want to ask her. And I want to know about her. Post Elvis, she was very young, and she was also the one who found him. And imagine being a young 19, 20-year-old girl who's just been swept off her feet for 9 months, and you're dating Elvis Presley, and you have his ring on your finger. And I want to know post Elvis, what did you do with your life, and how did because she got married. And you imagine being on a first date with Ginger and so tell me your story. Well, I'm Elvis's last girlfriend. Like, what a story. And what? And I don't know if you're aware of this. Her husband died, I believe it was 2019, and he also died on August the 16th, the same day as Elvis.
Interesting.
Yes, like, my goodness, like, how does that play with your head? But yeah, I want to know more about her, and I do want to know about the sandwiches, just because I just heard that it means nothing to me, but because Lisa made such a big thing of it on the interview, and yeah, and about him being a night owl, and a night owl. They always said he lived like a bat. So
Right.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
people
that's yeah. Go ahead.
come down on July 11th and July 12th.
Hmm.
July 11th in Toronto and July 12th in Hamilton.
That's right. Yep.
You're going to open the show as the MC and
Hmm.
performing the song you wrote halfway through the show.
That's right. Yep. I'm not exactly sure when I'm performing it. I think it's halfway through. So I'm singing a couple songs, like Elvis songs, and then she'll come out, and then I believe halfway through I will come out and present the song to her. I'm unsure. I think her manager is aware that I'm doing this. I don't know if she knows yet. I don't know if that's a surprise, and which would be really cool. And I'm fine either way. But yeah, I'm going to meet her on Thursday night. Actually, I'm going down early to spend the night, and we'll meet her when she gets to the hotel, have some supper, and yeah, this is like, I'm gonna be hanging out with Ginger. That's so cool. You have, for an Elvis fan to just be in her presence, and yeah, and I don't want to be that starstruck, hovering on her every answer, and just continually asking her questions about Elvis. She's a human being, and I want to know about her. Tell me about you. What have you done since August 16th of 1977, okay, until today? And this is also her very first trip to Canada. So yeah, and I'd like to know, okay, so like, Tennessee, like she's been all over the world, but you've never been to Canada. And how come? How come you've never been up here before? I think she's only spending 3 or 4 days here. Yeah, and I want to know about her son, and what a legacy her son. It's like, oh, what? Tell me about your mom. Well, she dated Elvis. What? Ginger Alden? Like, what? The Ginger Alden? And yeah, yeah, that's I look forward to that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing in the show. And then I do have a surprise on Saturday, but that's a surprise, and you'll be there, and you'll hear the surprise as well.
Very good. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to catching the show on Saturday night, and we'll put up some information so people can get tickets.
Hmm.
Outside of that, how do people find you? Do you have a website or Instagram?
I have all of the above. So literally, Facebook.com/Joan Minery, Instagram.com/Joan Minery, Twitter.com/Joan Minery. But I do have a website, which is Joan Minery. .com. So JOANMINNERY.com. So that's my main website, but you can find me on Instagram, on Twitter, which is actually X now, and LinkedIn, again, Joan Minery. Facebook is my main profile. I'm very active on Facebook. Now I have a couple of business Facebook pages as well, but my personal page, which is actually my professional page as well, is public, so it's anyone can access that. But yeah, just type in my name on Google, and you'll find me there. There's about 3 pages of info. Yeah,
Interesting. Okay,
yeah.
well, good luck on Friday and Saturday night, and
Mhm.
it's so nice to be able to meet an idol of yours.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's just gonna be amazing. This is well, this is the closest thing to Elvis I'm ever going to have. And the fact that I am going to be in the presence of her. Yeah, and just yeah, I just it's it's gonna be very, I would say, cathartic. I've been an Elvis fan my entire life, and this is just kind of like full circle of all of the things I've done, and all the performances I've done, and all the Elvis shows, and all the Elvis events that I've attended and mostly directed, to actually be hanging out with Elvis's last love is as it's pretty prophetic. It's my lifelong devotion to Elvis. This is like I feel as if it's a gift. That's what I would say.
And that's true. You had hosted Elvis Fest in Brantford for 7 years.
Hmm.
You won a tourism award for having the best festival.
Hmm.
Grew it to be the second largest Elvis event in Canada. So good for
I did. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, actually 8 years, 2000 to 2008. So yeah, we had actually 2000 to 2007. So if you count them, it's actually 8 Elvis Fests. And then Rock of Ages after that. I also ran an Elvis tribute group called Memphis Motion, and I ran that for 12 years, and that was with a couple of girls and a couple of Elvis tribute artists. I also was the former and original leader of the Graceliners, which is an all Elvis line dancing troupe. And
fun.
yeah, yeah, and I'm returning to that just as a solo back in Indiana later on this year. So I will be once again a female line dancing Elvis in a competition.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Joan. And people want to join Joan on Friday or Saturday night. We'll put the information up.
Yes, please. Yes.
We can't wait to see you. So I guess we'll see you on the stage.
Yeah, I look forward to it.